Hi everyone, welcome back to Eye of the Star Story. It has been a while, It feels really good to be back here. I've just been busy. I've had a lot of trips going on, and just all of that. So it feels really good to be back here and talking, hanging out, making videos. So hopefully I will be able to get a lot more done over the summer. I don't know though, because life has just been lifing, I guess. So we'll see, but today we're going to be talking about the new Star Wars Outlaws DLC. I played it over the course of a couple weeks because of how busy I was, so I only had time to play it here and there, but overall, I think it was better than the last campaign, and I say that, it was not better than the last campaign, it was better than the last DLC. I loved the last DLC, I loved that thing, so I did not think anything could top it until this one came along. It was so good. Hondo, fantastic. He is the scoundrel all the time. And after you finish the DLC, it's funny. After you finish the DLC, so part of the DLC, you have to go to, this nebula, and there's a tradesman that you have to work for to be able to complete the DLC. You have to work for them to be able to complete the DLC. You have to do some jobs for them. They'll give you some intel that you need, that kind of thing. And so whenever you go back there and you go to the bar that they have in that area, you find Hondo. You can hear him telling stories, and he completely leaves you out of them. These are all stories that you did, breaking back into his base, finding his droid that had the other half of a key that he was needing. The droid tries to kill you because he's so mad at Hondo. Little mention of Hondo, he calls I don't remember he calls these three animals. I don't remember what their names are, or what they're called, but he calls them and you have to defeat them. I kept dying. I was so annoyed. I was not good at that part. But so pretty much so whenever you go back there, one of the stories was him saying that he fought off all those animals. I'm like, no, Hondo, no, you didn't. But that's what kind of made it super funny and then he'll pay you off to keep your mouth shut, which is really funny. It was also really sweet. I feel like this campaign kind of not went around and not circled around Indy, but it definitely involved him a lot more. It involved whenever you're going off with Hondo, Indy's like, no, okay, I'm not gonna go. You gave me free will whenever you took off the restraining bolt. And what I think is funny, so something that's really funny that I've noticed is that with this whole thing is that what is it called? Ubisoft forgot to edit off ND5's restraining bolt after the campaign is finished, after you take the restraining bolt off that Jalen put on him. They did not edit that out, so he still has this restraining bolt on him. And I think it's so funny because it's dude, you still have it on. Whenever he's like, I'm sorry, Kate, I'm not going. You gave me free will. I'm not doing this. And later on, here comes Indy to save the day. He saves you because the nebula, the base that they're in, starts to self-destruct pretty much because the nebula has just become so strong, it's become so unstable, that this whole base, that when you try to open up the treasure, it destroys the base. And here comes Indy to save the day. And I was like, I knew you would. I knew you'd come through, and I was so happy about that. It's so much fun. I have so much fun playing this. You get a lot of new side missions to do. You get a whole new, not syndicate, not clan, but you get a whole new kind of thing that you get to do where you try to get good with the tradesmen, which is really fun. I've enjoyed that. I've actually already unlocked all of the, treasure from that because I just kept taking job after job after job because it's so much fun. I have such a blast with this. The new DLC has definitely unlocked a lot of stuff. Sadly, Ubisoft has not announced, this is the last DLC until they either A, announce something else, or they say they're going to be making another game, a sequel to this one, which I don't really think they could because the storyline has kind of finished. It's now really just revolving around Kay and what she's doing on her own time. And so unless they were to make, another mission that I think would be really fun, another big job that she has to do, which I think could be really fun, this was the last DLC until they announced something else. And so that made me a little bit sad finishing it, but at the same time, I had such a good time playing this DLC. It was so much fun. I had so much fun getting to hang out with Hondo. And Hondo, honestly, I was expecting him to, try to steal me out of stuff. He didn't. which I thought was kind of funny. I'm like, that's a little odd. And I loved how, like, ND was like, this is Hondo or Naka we're talking about. He has, like, he's, like, trying to talk, he has done some things you don't want to do. Like, believe me, don't work with him. I thought that was just so much fun. Like, ND, like, really cares about Kay, but at the same time doesn't want to get mixed up in the wrong stuff. Which I thought was, like, really kind of, like, I thought that was so sweet. Like, he knows where he's cutting the line. Like, he knows where he's not doing it anymore, which I thought was really cool. But yeah, overall, I thought the DLC was super fun. I can't wait to hear maybe, hey, hopefully they will announce another DLC in the near future or another game. I would be happy with either. But yeah, those are my thoughts on the DLC. Overall, I give it a 10 out of 10. It was so much fun. I loved it. But yeah, those are my thoughts on the DLC. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. And as always, God bless. Bye, guys.